So this is what you would put on a big super yacht, and of course, no expense spared. So Cockwells have very kindly said they're going to help me fix Goodwin. We need to strengthen the transom. That was always a bit rotten. The dashboard is stripped. What you got behind there? Wow, it's looking amazing now. Oh, that's looking good. Yeah. Dashboard's back in. It's looking a bit more like a boat again. There's a lot of people here who know a lot about boats, and I am not one of them.
Gonna get as much done today as we possibly can, and you can go to Scotland.
Not too much looking at it and just get on with it, Harry.
Oh, so it's on the black line. Slightly off then. Yeah, you've got lots of jobs to do.
This is very nerve-wracking, drilling these holes. First screen is in. There's going to be 2 touch screens, one here, one here. Right, the dash is gluing up. Richard's doing the tricky bit of sealant around the top, rather him than me. The pressure's on. Black bead of sealant is in. That Sikaflex has got to go off. And then we can start putting all the screens in, steering wheel. Excellent.
This is the skin layer, yeah.
Wow. Old steering helm, a bit knackered. New steering helm, this is the good quality one. Is this going to hold the A-frame?
4 bolts will definitely hold it.
Yeah, we're putting extra bolts in, this is good.
I'm trying to find a drill bit big enough for the rear transom. This is good.
Richard's been tapping the special G10 feet to bolt in the A-frame. We've got to drill holes in Andy's nice new transom. Alright, let's bolt the A-frame in.
Let's do it.
It's looking pretty smart. It's looking a bit more its old self. It's all coming together. Dash is on, A-frame is on. Bolting down on the new footings. The A-frame is now very sturdy, much sturdier than it's ever actually been. Looking like a boat?
Just electrics and a few other things.
I feel like we're over halfway. This is now what? How long do you reckon to get everything finished?
You cannot tell.
We're not that far away from the engine going in now though. We don't need much, we just need the batteries in. What is it?
She was an old ring netter.
Ah, it's an old fishing boat.
Yeah, 1936.
Wow. Wooden.
All wood, original engine. A lot of originalness about it.
Right.
And then all the top is all new.
Is that all completely rebuilt?
Yeah.
Wow.
By myself.
But it
with
looks
my own
pretty
hands.
original. Right.
Because it's in keeping.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's supposed to not look too. I don't. It's deliberately not.
Not quite like a giant Raymarine radar and
No, I have got a Raymarine radar, I got to say, and I have got a couple of screens now.
Have you?
What we need really is you two guys to take that girder either end.
Okay.
If you just take the weight of it quickly and then get the jack up, and we're going to push it up onto the keel.
Cool, no
and
problem.
then do the same thing with this one to protect the keel, but also it's strengthening it as well.
Right. So that's wooden. God, it feels like solid, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's wood, yeah.
So do you think that's original, that bit?
This forward section is, yeah.
Wow.
Right, boys, you okay with this? It's a bit bigger. Go on. Right.
That's looking good.
Yeah, that's better. It's coming
Oh, there you go.
That's steady now, steady. Now we're going to do this one if we can.
Okay.
In a boat, everything is integral and plays a part with the next part.
Yeah.
The construction of a wooden vessel, it's quite easy to build one from the beginning, but to repair one is difficult because you're going in around bits of timber that are put on after the one you're trying to repair. You've got to be quite cunning.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
So what happens now? The whole thing gets painted.
Dave goes on his summer holidays.
Oh right.
Hopefully it doesn't rain.
Look at it.
Wow.
Been away for some time. Richard has been busy doing electronics.
Like 6 amps. Everything surprisingly did fit. There's not as much space as I'd like. There's a lot of stuff to go in a tiny boat. All the control units, the AIS, the splitter, the VHF, all the Raymarine kit.
It does look like Knight Rider. This is the new VHF. So this one is the controls for a box which sits down under here. Oh, that's nice. That's the new digital switching. That's an internet box. Goodwin is going to be online.
It has been quite a big job. I can't lie, it's been big. Today or tomorrow, definitely power it up to see what happens, but I reckon we get this thermal camera on first.
Yeah, we've got to get the camera on. This camera is going on up here. So Raymarine have given us a lot more gadgets, including this highly expensive thermal camera. You can see in the dark, and this thing can swivel and rotate 360 degrees. To fit the camera on, we've got to rejig the radar and put a new mast on. This is your unboxing.
Oh, goodness.
So there's a company called Scanstrut who make masts. They very kindly sent me a lot of clever bits that should hopefully mean we can mount everything properly. As always, we've got to mount a lot of stuff on a very small boat. Does that look too big?
Yeah.
This goes on. Whoa, yeah, this goes on at the top.
Oh no, that's too big.
What do you mean, too big? How big is it?
No, that's just too much. Got a lot of plates, masts.
So that does fit.
Nice, nice rubbery gaskets. Keeps it all dry. So the radar goes on here, and then the camera goes up here. This is our nice new Scanstrut mount. So this is what you would put on a big super yacht. And of course, no expense spared. Just not my own expense.
I think this should be in the water by now, Harry. That's what I think.
It's true. I mean, it's going to look pretty cool.
Sunny day in Cornwall at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Look at that, cutting like a dream.
So if you want a pad like
It's reading the manual. So this trumpet is for the anchor light. We're not going to use it because it's a bit big. The mast is on. We've just got to do a last bit of wiring before we switch everything on. Looks comfy down there.
yeah, it's okay. Navigation lights is most of that one. Then you've got screens.
Putting the seat bases back in, and we're using the original batteries, but this time we're going to have 2 leisure batteries.
It could be there somewhere. Crimping wires. Then you crimp it down. 5.
Protective cover is coming off. Right, Richard's doing the final tweaking, and we're going to switch on the power. Throw the big switch. Oh, you got a green light? I'm doing it. Okay, let me try the screen. Here we go. Yes, look at that. Dual screens. This is the old screen, and this is the new one. You can see all our new gadgets here on the network. Literally lit up like a Christmas tree. So that's the new internet box. I think this should now be called the engine room. It's going on. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. Look at that. Oh, wow. The thermal camera's working. We got it working. Can you see the front of the boat? Hello. So this is a proper thermal camera. I mean, we can check our insulation with this. I like people. It can track people. It's going to be very useful. VHF is working. Radar's working. Thermal camera, normal camera is working. It's all working. Well done, Richard.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad it all works.
It's an incredible feat. And then I just like looking at all the jazzy bits down here. Yes. Morning.
Oh, good morning.
Absolutely.
They're duo props as well. So this do about 45 knots.
Wow. Like from a distance, they look normal size.
Yeah. Until you're right up next to it.
Yeah. This boat is essentially like a giant, luxurious landing craft. It's got the big platform drawbridge that drops down and allows people to jump off onto the beach wherever they want to go.
So everyone, this is a sea trial of the new coolant pods, these things. We won't go too fast, we'll probably maximum around 30 knots.
I'll just dive in. We're back in the rib. This is the filming vessel. Cockwells are taking some press shots. I'm tagging along. Taking some snaps of the action. Shall I get on? Good driving, Penny.
Why, thank you. I better stay.
How is it?
It's awesome. You've got to hold on.
You might want to put the camera down.
How is it to drive?
Awesome, you'll see in a minute, it's quite good fun.
Look at this. Bow ramp up and down, this is nice.
Ballast tank further empty. It's a good little haul.
Yeah.
Wouldn't stand up there.
Well, I'm not going to stand up here when you're moving. I mean, try not to start moving.
Manoeuvrable, this boat.
Yeah.
Modular 9-metre tender.
Right.
So it's called. It's a really cool name.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem is you have a super yacht. How do you get to the beach?
Yeah.
And that is like most people have boats to go to beaches. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So actually, I think it's got a lot of other uses for other people. Instead of having 4 boats, you now have 1 that can do a lot of things.
And you can get vehicles on it as well.
You can put a Suzuki Swift on it.
Can you really?
I'm not sure about Jimny.
You're in that, yeah, the fast guest transfer module. But say you've dropped your guests off and now you want them to go to the beach. Any other modules that you think of? Like,
Oh yeah, I could definitely come up with some,
hot tub
yeah.
module, 1 pair of engines to service, 1 boat to maintain, but 1 boat becomes multiple boats.
I know what you're thinking. There's not enough gadgets on that boat. What about underwater lights? Don't worry. A very nice company called Lumishore said, hey, do you want some underwater lights for free? I said, yes, please.
Little underwater LEDs that will illuminate the water under the boat as we're bombing along. Bilge pump's wired in, just doing the pipe.
Just needs a Jubilee clip on there.
Nice.
Just measuring up for the new transom lights. 1, 2.
So this is a ring of LEDs here, and then they can actually change colour.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm drilling a hole in the brand new transom. Right. Need to go a bit deeper.
I don't remember. It's on. What? Right. On.
Oh, that's blue. So how do you get it to go? So it sort of fades up.
Right. These are all the wires for the Wi-Fi and internet. Got another aerial up here to add to the array of aerials. Rich is getting back in his burrow to carry on the wiring. We're in party mode. So I didn't want to have the really tall mast for the anchor light. So instead, we've come up with a solution which is an LED ring around the thermal camera.
So we'll get the batteries in today, and then tomorrow I'll try and finish everything off.
You get more done without me here.
I do kind of, because then I don't have to worry about you questioning everything. It's like, oh, we could do this as well.
Right, we're getting this boat ready because it's going over to Honda to see about a new engine. Things are taking slightly longer than we imagined.
New engine battery. We're just down here in the engine bay.
Engineering room.
Engineering room, yeah. Fitting the battery in. Quite compact in here, isn't it?
This is the Dutchy Sport.
Yeah. So it's come out of the mould.
Legs, deck and hull. It's about to dry fit the new legs we've made for the arch and for the bim and me top.
Right.
Just about to take a mould off it.
Right, so this is the same Dutchy Sport. Now it's out of the mould and they're test fitting the deck and various other bits and bobs. Out of this chunky mould comes this very sleek thing. For the past 2 weeks, Goodwin has been down here at Freemans Wharf. They're the local Honda dealer and they have very kindly lent me a new engine. So this new 50 horsepower engine is the old demo engine. It's only got 200 hours on it. It's essentially new. I think Matt's gone through the whole engine, serviced everything and hopefully he's managed to fit it on the back without too many problems.
It moves it into a different style of boat.
Yeah, it totally does. Look at it. So everything on it is almost bigger. As I look at it, like the bracket's bigger, prop's bigger.
They moved into a different territory. This is more about high performance. The performance of the engine, whereas the sort of 30s were more old school.
This, I'm very excited already. Look at that. I mean, that is quite an improvement. The old one was pretty knackered.
Yeah, no, so that sort of comes with the engine package. It's brand new, so that's got all your sort of engine management stuff on it.
It's just going to feel like a completely new machine.
Yeah, all new control cables right the way through as well. So we wrapped it right in just to tidy
really
the
nice.
whole thing up. So your backing bar, we just added that stainless steel 316 just to aid the strength on the
spread
transfer.
the load of those top bolts.
We bolted up, it didn't move, it was solid. So.
Much bigger prop.
Much bigger, 4-bladed prop. I do like the 4-bladed prop. We just pick the boat up and get it going.
So it's got a computer inside underneath it.
Yeah, the whole computer system runs the engine, electronically fuel injected, which runs the engine more fuel efficiently when you get to a cruising speed.
So we've got anodes here.
Anodes, they've all been checked. There's one under the power trim and tilt unit in here.
Okay.
So we've changed that for a brand new one. So got a flushing port on it, so this fitting here.
Can we take this off and have a look inside?
Yep.
Oh, that's the injector rail there.
Exactly, yeah. So your intake manifold, so your air intake, your throttle's controlled off your throttle body, which controls the air into the engine, and then its computers and sensors then use that data to activate the injector.
It's basically squirting petrol in through this rail in here.
Exactly. Fuel line comes in through a water separator.
Yeah.
Again, an indicator in there to see if there's water in the fuel.
Oh, that's great.
So if you see that float coming up, you need to stop and check your fuel system.
Air is flooding in here, and then that squirts petrol into each...
Into the manifold, into each intake.
And it's a 3-cylinder still?
3-cylinder engine, yeah.
So basically, this whole bit is replacing the triple carb.
Exactly, yeah. So it's very similar. Obviously, you're going up 20 horsepower, so that fuel burn will be greater with that, but then you're fuel injected, so you'll bring it back. You're also running a bigger engine, bigger prop, so you won't need to be so heavy on the throttle to maintain the same cruising speed.
And so that's the water jacket cover there.
Water jacket cover, yeah, for the exhaust, and then just tucked up inside of there's your thermostat there.
Right.
No, it's an amazing looking thing.
I think you'd be shocked, don't you? It's going to be a different kettle of fish. Purely from a power point of view, 30 horsepower is right on the bottom end of that. I mean, she's still a 4-metre boat, so but the power output will be like, ooh, I definitely need to concentrate on the trim.
It'll be very safe.
Yeah, any issues, just bring it back and we'll sort it out. It's not an issue at all.
Well, thank you so much.
No worries.
This is unbelievable. Look at it.
It shouldn't scare you too much.
No, I don't think it will. I mean, well, it will a little bit. I'm a very lucky man.
You are.
It's not quite there yet. We're nearly ready to put this in the water. Main things I need to do is install the software on the switching system. So this is a very big change for Goodwin. It's a big move, both in power and street cred. This thing is seriously shiny. It's almost a shame to get in the water. So we are now serious speedboaters.
What do you think of this new engine?
Oh, looks good. Looks fast.
We're using the laptop to install the firmware on the device down there. So this is the main Yachtsense digital switching system. This allows us to switch everything on and off remotely. Do you want to log in without download? Yes. Oh, things got a bit tricky there. I got a bit stuck, but luckily, through the magic of the internet, Mike from Raymarine is logged in remotely, fiddling around on the laptop, talking to the Yachtsense as we speak.
LED spotlights. What do you think it draws roughly? I've got 3 amps set for it at the minute.
Yeah, I doubt it's more than that.
He's sitting very far away and switching things off and on the boat. The transom lights have come on.
M210 camera. That shouldn't be a lot.
Yeah, there it is. 12.8 volts on the engine battery. Great running the bilge like that. Bang.
You tried the radar yet?
Let's try the radar.
fact, rather than having physical switches, I can now trigger all of the switching from the display. So I can push navigation lights and they come on. The M232 camera, that comes on up there. So we don't have any more physical switches, everything's done through the display. That's what they have on super yachts. Obviously, that's what Goodwin needs too. Just through the screen, we can now switch everything on and off, and we can monitor voltages of the batteries and everything like that. I've got to admit, this is pretty much the dashboard of my dreams. VHF is all mounted. The only bit of the VHF now on the dashboard is the handset. Everything else from the VHF radio is safely under the bulkhead. The big other flashing light thing is the router, because this boat now has the internet. Even with a new engine, we're still going to need the backup engine. So it needs its annual service. So we've got new spark plugs, the old impeller gaskets. Beautiful. Redoing the impeller.
This one was always a bit scored, so I've got a new one. We've got a new one of these as well.
This kill switch is broken, so I'm going to replace it. So that shouldn't be doing that. So this is the thing that allows the engine to stop if you fall out. Here's a new one of these. New plate. Right, all going back together. Nice new gasket. The water pump's running better than it ever has, ever. Fingers crossed, today is launch day. Transducer is back on. Updating the software. Look, I'm just going to try and fit it here. Richard's put the backup outboard bracket back on. Yeah, that's fine. Just fit. No, there's a nice gap in there. Oh, yeah, you trap your fingers, but... We're here at the Miler yard to do the last bits of finishing off before we launch.
Yeah. I love the carbon fiber detail.
Yeah.
You've got the fancy LEDs.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm hoping for 50 miles an hour.
What do you reckon, Robin?
I think you'll get 33 knots. Oh. Not miles an hour.
Remote is in. Look at this.
Good afternoon.
Feels very solid.
That feels. The engine doesn't look big, does it?
No, it looks right. It looks beefy.
Wow.
But what's quite nice, that it's got some of its old things on like this. It just feels like it's the same boat.
Yeah. It's still the same boat. I mean, this is old.
Yeah, it's come a long way, isn't it?
Like it could go there, a bit higher up, so you can get more on.
You want to get a cup under there, don't you?
Look how nice this is. Carbon fibre. And that's they're Axiom screens as well. Approved. Beautiful engine.
How's the finger doing?
Oh, it's great. It's still on the Isles of Scilly after I drove it there.
Wow, so you made it to the Isles of Scilly on it?
Yeah, in good time as well. It was pretty rough and the boat was in, well, a couple pieces by the time we got back. It was alright. Be in the water in no time. About there, we happy with that, are we? Something like that?
Racy. Now it feels like a 40 knot boat.
I think that's what I think, 40 knots, that's what I'm saying.
It's a shame the steering wheel boss.
I know, well that's what it needs is a Cockwells.
Oh yeah. No, I was thinking if you move it across it.
Just doing those final important bits of wiring.
I've been in this position for about an hour, I think, or more.
It's tricky access, but it's well worth it. Why don't you tell us the tale? Where did you go on your kayak?
So I went from the English Channel to Rome, right around the coast of France and then down Italy. Leisurely pace, it took me like a year and a half. When it was really hot, I'd have maybe a couple of weeks off just to relax a bit, sightsee.
And what did you pack in your canoe?
Tent, like food and water, cooking equipment, spare paddle, that kind of thing. Not too much. I drove all my stuff over on the ferry. I dropped everything off at the beach and then drove my car to a scrapyard.
I really.
And then got the bus back from the scrapyard and then just
scrapped it.
And then got straight in the kayak and went.
How many miles do you reckon you did in total then?
Oh, I don't know.
Thousands.
Yeah, thousands. Yeah. Got into storms, lightning. I went down a waterfall by accident. Some places it was hard to get in. There's big cliffs, so I did sleep a bit in the kayak, but I'd get really land sick. It was good, but then my wife keeps going, we should go kayaking, and I'm like, I just don't want to go kayaking. I'm over it now. Well, maybe in a few years' time.
Well, thank you very much, Dave. It's very generous of you to fix it up.
Well, all I can say is it was a mission.
It was. It's been a long time, I'm sorry. It's a slightly bigger job than I originally said.
Well, that's the joy of boat ownership. There's never nothing to do. Transom that's not falling off is a definite plus.
Yeah. Well, thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome.
And hopefully it's going to be sailing around the top of Scotland quite soon. Okay, what do you think? 50 horsepower, how fast do you reckon?
I think she'll do about 32.
32 knots.
That's where my money is.
All right, ready to roll? Look at that, Cornish. This is a Cornish. Look at that. Oh!
There we go.
Whoa! Whoa! There we go. Very delicious. It smells
Cheers. Lovely. Cheers.
Excellent service. Send me the bill.
You don't want that. You do not want that.
It's a ridiculous boat, isn't it?
It is a very ridiculous boat, but we love them.
So quiet.
Well, I think the important thing today is to get some performance.
Coming aboard. I mean, it feels like home again. It's not lost the magic.
For the first time.
First time.
We're moving.
Well, it goes into gear very nicely. Whoa! Oh, it's pokey. Oh, it's lovely.
It's a very small boat. Doesn't feel any bigger on the water. But it makes me feel a bit safer with all this technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, sea trial going pretty well. It's definitely a lot more power on the back. And so far everything's pretty much working as we expected. I can't think there's any problems. The steering's very nice, very smooth. There's definitely a lot more power, as I shall demonstrate. Are you ready, Richard? Maybe?
I am ready.
seems okay. Richard's just doing the checks, checking engine, bilge pump. Hello! It's going very nicely. Yeah, quite good.
So it feels like the glove fits.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like a really small boat to go around in. Are you coming?
It's amazing how much room there is in here.
There's a lot of room, a lot more noise as well.
Okay. Home time?
Home time.
Small boat ownership is really affordable. Anyone can do it. It's freedom. You know, you are the captain of your ship. You're in charge of your own destiny in many ways.
Yeah.
Be that survival or death.
I know. Successful sea trial.
Not as fast as we planned.
No.
But it definitely handles well.
Yeah.
Me and the Fiberglass King are just going to take it for a little spin. Trial number 2.
Mate, I can't believe I'm on Harry Dwyer's rib.
You are on Goodwin.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, not a bad morning. Alrighty. Been looking forward to this.
I like it. Mate, it's so smooth, isn't it? We'll swing it right here. Yeah, with another prop there, you'll easily get 30 knots. Yeah. Easy.
Right, we just come down to look at the giant dry docks. The harbour here is like one of the deepest natural harbours in the world. So they get some very big ships in here, which are giant, big, drainable docks where you can drive the boat in, drain all the water out and fix everything. Obviously for Goodwin you don't need such a big facility.
It works well, really does work well.
Yeah. Nice. Right, we're just looking at St Maur's here. So another very picturesque spot.
Oh, it's pretty smooth now.
Oh, just a nice little speed that.
Yeah.
bilge going. Well, thank you very much, Andy.
Been a pleasure, Harry, and have many safe journeys, my friend.
Yeah, we shall. All in a day's work.
All in a day's work.
For the fiberglass master. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get on the trailer on my own. I reckon I can.
We've been here for a very long time. Cockwells have been very generous. Thanks, Cockwells. Thanks, everybody. I am very grateful. But now it's time to head back out to sea via the support team HQ, of course. Right, we're here at the boat show, and the Dutchy Sport is finally finished.
Okay, so this is the Sport. It's finished.
Welcome to the Sport. That's very close. Dave drove it here. 5 hours, Falmouth to the Needles.
Wow.
And your wake surfing
look at
equipment.
That.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's what this is all about. The wakeboarding.
That's for toys, yes. You get a custom wake, so you actually make the wake.
Oh, right.
I mean, you come and have a look at this.
I like these sunbeds.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're comfy. What do you think, Dave?
Well, I particularly like the dipping sunbed, which is a feature.
Good.
But when I was bringing the boat up, it was still a comfortable place to lie at 30 knots.
Really?
Yeah, 5 hours from Falmouth up to Needles.
Quicker than the train, pretty much.
It was certainly quicker than the guys that were driving in the car to pick me up. We were here 2 hours before them.
Wow.
Is it? Well, I'd rather go around Britain in one of these than your boat.
Hey, no, come on.
What you saw in the back there was a wake surfing board. So yeah, you don't have to paddle in. You start on a short line, get yourself set up, throw the line back on the boat, and then just ride it. It is really cool. But this one's really set up as a little sort of day boat. You know, an occasional cabin in here so you can come in.
This is nice.
Bit of a juxtaposition having this kind of china in this sort of bout, but
spacious down
the
here.
ubiquitous heads. So yeah, it's lovely.
So someone could be wakeboarding out the back, and we could be sitting here.
Cup of tea, sir.
Drinking out
Yes, yeah.
What's the top speed?
43.
43 knots.
It's pretty unflappable at that speed.
I like it. I'll order one.
This is it. Well,
hold on. What's this Garmin? No.
Oh yeah, Garmin. I'm going to check this out.
Oh, you got the switch.
So I'll put my hands over the G.
Let's get this one open.
This is just a little wet bar. So it's a nice little thing, you know, for just washing your drinks, and a little stove top here. Yep.
So while people are surfing out there,
while people are surfing out there, I'm sort of got to walk.
burgers.
Remember Ken Hobb? Yeah. So very much like that.
A lot of cup holders. Very good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a natural.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Look at that. So people will be surfing there.
Yeah. Because obviously these are movable as well. So if you're sitting up.
This is the life though, isn't it? That's ready for sea trial?
Ready to go. Okay, sea trial number 3. This time we're taking the support team.
Are you going to come, Mum?
I don't want to be filmed then.
Are you going to come in?
Yeah.
Right, come on, Granny. Hello.
So this is where we are?
Yeah, look, that's where we are.
Do you want to go fast?
No.
No, we just go a little bit fast.
Go a little bit fast.
You alright, Mum?
Yeah.
How you doing, Reese?
Good. And
Depth gauge is all working properly now.
it looks like a dolphin.
Radar's working. Night vision's working. We can see them on there. Can you see that? That's some seaweed. Some fish.
Very smart.
Have you seen this? Look.
Whoa! God, it was amazing. It's like being in the cinema here.
Oh, thank you very much. Chris, you ready?
Yeah.
And he gets. Support team's ready.
Yeah. Got my helmet on. But it's nice, isn't it? I like the carbon fibre. The evening run. Oh, who knows? I think you might have a smaller boat than we've got.
Not often you see that. How long is that? What's the length of that boat? 3.1, I think. 3.1, that's pretty good going.
The underwater lights are working. They're a bit flashy, but I think they suit Goodwin.
We are in Brixham, just coming into Brixham Harbour. We got fish and chips.
I do.
Watch the seagulls.
I think Brixham has the largest fishing fleet in the UK.
Yeah.
But it's still a really major fishing port.
Good fish and chips, mate.
I hate to jinx it, but everything is running very nicely on board. All the screens, both the engine battery and the leisure battery are charging. Everything works. VHF. All right, all the lights are working. Transom lights. The dolphin keeps bobbing its head up here. There's probably about 20 dolphins just leaping around.
We've got a lot of gadgets. Look at that. Bilge is working. Yeah, floodlight works. Pitch black on here, we can see where we're going. Pretty good. Look at it there. Look at it there. A lot of seaweed in the harbour there.